Welcome once again, everybody. Welcome. Sloan Cold Facts Podcast, episode 10.
Whoa.
10 in the game. Episode 10, as you can hear. I have my lovely podcast co-host. She's going to come normally at the end of the month, last Thursday each month.
She's back.
Beautiful, vivacious, incomparable, lovely Brandi Sloan. You got your Fendi top on.
Yes, I do. Thanks, honey.
Fancy Fendi.
Thanks, Joy.
You got money.
Oh, he got money.
That's what you got. That's a nice Fendi top. Got a turtleneck on. Getting cool outside. It's the best season, best time of the year, Scorpio season. Birthday, my 40th birthday, 3 weeks from tomorrow. From Saturday.
Yes.
Big
Look at all that gray. Getting old, duty.
Got the gray in the beard. You know, distinguished.
Very.
What they call them? Silver fox. Almost. I'm on my way.
Not quite.
Like Mrs. Steele, your grandma.
Oh, God. You're going to have all the little old ladies after you.
Man. All the cougars. Not yet, though. Not 40 yet. Y'all just hold tight. How are you, honey?
I'm doing good. Just got off work. I'm a working woman. Mom, wife, working woman. You know, straight from work to the podcast. A woman's job is never done. I know that doesn't sit well with you, huh?
What's that, woman's job?
Because why you make that face?
No
A
reason.
woman's job is never done. I go and stand for 8 hours a day. Had to throw myself together. Hopefully I look all right.
Got the little bangs, little pony.
It's time for this pony to come down, though. Ooh, it's terrible. Y'all don't look at it too close.
Yeah, it did look a little gas station. It's not.
Oh, my goodness.
Just joking.
It did what it was supposed to do for Vegas this
It
weekend.
did. You held it down.
I did.
Yeah, a nice little trip to Vegas.
Yeah,
How was that?
it was good. Congratulations, Shantae and Sean. They will be getting married in the next few months. So we went out there to celebrate her. The BBB experience. It was an awesome time.
It was BBB.
Bachelorette bridal bride. You know,
Birthday.
Shantae. Oh, excuse me. Bachelorette birthday bride.
Oh.
Yeah.
BBB.
BBB experience. You know, she's going to always make a show out of something.
No, it looked like y'all had a good time. Y'all look fancy.
We did.
Kanye.
Oh, goodness
Yay.
gracious. Yee, like I call him.
Yeah, this girl on Instagram. Read talking about some Yee. I say Angela Yee. Talking about Kanye West. It's Yay.
Yee.
They just announced today they're closing down Donda Academy.
Man,
It's crazy.
he has just lost so much.
They got a good basketball team too.
Yeah.
By the time y'all see this, so all them kids will be snatched up. So they might be in a OTR exposure event, a couple weeks maybe, possibly. We'll see. Pin that. Yeah, man. Ye lost Adidas. He trying to take his music off of Spotify, everything.
Yeah, and then I even saw, and you know I'm a TJ Maxx shopper, that TJ Maxx wouldn't even take his, like they turned down the shoes. They didn't even
Yeezys.
The Yeezys.
Can't sell the Yeezys no more.
They didn't want to sell them at TJ Maxx. They were like, oh no, thank you.
Man, that's tough.
I know. Just to see where he is now to back in the day in college when we were jamming College Dropout and when he was just Kanye West is just totally different from today.
I think freedom of speech is important. But you know, it's a couple groups you can't talk about.
Absolutely.
Alphabet folks and some other folks.
Yeah, it's a lot of people you can't talk about.
A lot of people you can talk about, nothing happened to them.
I mean, you see what happened. He talked about us, and
Said slavery was a choice. And
everybody was at the gospel concert. And
now, what is called Sunday gospel?
I was about to say Sunday Funday. I don't know.
Sunday gospel Sunday.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
It looked nice though when he did it.
I mean, yeah, but I'm just not once he kind of got with Kim, I stopped being a fan, honestly.
Because he got with Kim?
Not because he got with her, just he got a little weird, in my opinion. He wasn't old school 2001 Kanye West.
He is one of our geniuses, for sure, musical genius icon, 100%. Fuck with Ye. Speaking of College Dropout, this weekend, PV Homecoming.
Hey.
Fuck out of here, man.
You're such a hater, dude.
It's PV's Homecoming.
Why ever
It's
since
U of
I've
H's
known you,
homecoming.
you've hated on Prairie? Why?
And it's TSU's Homecoming.
And Rice.
And Rice also?
And Rice. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and
wow.
Yates. I just got to throw Yates in there too.
Okay,
they in the mix.
Shout out to Jack Yates. I'm not a PV.
Yes, you a hater.
It's just I just get confused. Like, why are y'all so lit about homecoming every single year? It's the same line ass people y'all see.
No, well, we lying about new stuff then.
You go to the same lies.
No, it's all
y'all
new lies. Y'all
gonna be out there lying and drinking and laughing.
I don't understand why you think everything is lying. We're gonna be out there having a good time, conversing with our friends from back in the day, people who you haven't. Be quiet. I know you see those people all the time
on social media.
Some of them I don't. It's different from seeing somebody on social media and seeing them in person.
But like, so what is it? Is it just y'all back together, all together again on the yard?
The music, the camaraderie, the sororities, the fraternities, the dancing, the band, the game. Not that I ever go to the game, but for some people that's a big deal. I mean, I like going back and seeing all the people who I was there with. I mean, you went to a PWI, so I know you don't really understand, but it's like a family atmosphere. You get to go get the good barbecue. It's going to be some boudin out there, all the alcohol, people sharing. Why you got that look on your face? Why?
I mean...
And then this is the thing. You hate on it, but you've never even experienced it.
I don't, again, I'm not a hater.
You're a hater.
I just don't understand the whole, like, hoopla behind it. Like, y'all so lit about homecoming.
Babe, that's because you didn't go to a HBCU, so you will never understand the hoopla behind it.
Again, so you go back on the yard.
On the yard.
You got boudin and catfish. So it's like a family reunion.
That's pretty much what it is. That is exactly what it is. A family reunion. So that's exactly what it is. When you get with your family, they be out there line.
That's true.
Y'all drink, y'all eat, y'all have a good time. Y'all gonna do a few line dances.
And we
haven't had it. This is what, for 3 years, 2 or 3 years, we haven't had homecoming. So this one is gonna be real lit.
Hope it rain. No, I'm just kidding.
It won't. And even if it does, we're going to be out there in the rain. I'm going to have my little hat on. I won't have this ponytail by then.
Thank God.
So I'll have my hat on. We're going to be out there ski-weed and stepping. Y'all know I don't have any rhythm, but I'll try to bust a little 1-2.
This will be the first. I'm actually going to TSU's homecoming, Texas Southern University's homecoming.
So you'll get a little taste. Even TSU's homecoming is nothing like Prairie View. But you'll get a little taste of it. This is
the first HBCU homecoming I've ever attended.
First and last, I'm sure.
I'm excited, actually.
Good.
I get to watch the TSU men's basketball team practice, and then they'll do some little stuff after that. Just kind of experience HBCU homecoming for the first time.
Because you've never even really been on the HBCU campus, really.
I haven't. I was actually at TSU's campus a couple weeks ago for the first time. Was on a Tiger Walk, kind of walked to the rec center to kind of watch the team work out a little bit. But, yeah, I haven't really spent any time on the HBCU campus.
And you have like the most pro-black mama that I ever met in my life.
I do, actually. Shout out to Brandi Sloan.
Never been on a HBCU campus. And that's all, once again, just going back to how different we are. My mom is a graduate of Prairie View, so that's really all I know is HBCUs. I originally was going to go to Southern, and then I went out there and saw the dorms, and they just were terrible. So I didn't go there, but I ended up going to Prairie View, and it was probably one of the best decisions. And I often say, like, oh man, I wish I could just go back to college because it was just so cool.
I mean, it's ironically TCU's homecoming was last weekend. I was there in Fort Worth.
How exciting was that?
Our homecoming is different. I took some videos. We had like the there's no boudin, ain't no catfish, ain't no fried chicken, ain't no French fries, no
Jack Daniels out there.
Ain't no Jack Daniels, ain't no
Crown Apple.
No Hennessy.
Ooh,
Crown Apple. They got the how do you say it?
Charcuterie
boards. They got
with some Moscato and some white Zinfandel.
Facts. And they got the little fruit trays. They got the pretzels and the cheese.
Oh my God.
Little cut up sandwiches. They had the
they probably had the real wine glasses.
Did
you even stop by Buc-ee's to get a cup of ice before you went out there?
No, let me finish. Let me tell you what else they had out there.
That's terrible.
They had the not the fillet, the salmon, little cooked salmon out there. They had some they got the at HBCUs when y'all do like a little homecoming at the yard. Y'all got like little TVs out there. They watching the game or no? Like TV connected like to the power out.
I'm not gonna say that they don't. I ain't never seen one, but I'm sure somebody has it set up in the RV. You know what they do actually?
Like outside, like at TCU's homecoming, they had like TVs outside, like the big tents and the TVs and the food and all that.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, it was a good time. People out there with the cowboy hats on and the boots.
Any music playing or?
It was
anybody dancing?
It was no. I mean, it was some music playing with no line dance and all.
What
that
were all the sororities and fraternities?
Like the black ones?
Oh, any of them.
I mean, the non-black ones, they were out there like the tailgate with the little,
just out there with the dresses on and the boots.
And the boots, little skirts and the boots, cowboy hats. But the TCU Black Alumni Alliance or alumni group, they had a party at the DJ Kelly Center, which is like across, like on campus. They had like a little party, little get together. Had hot dogs, little hamburgers. So now we got a DJ out there.
Did y'all dance? Was anybody out there shooting the shit? Was it anything going?
Nothing? Yeah, they was out there talking, dancing a little bit.
Were they lying? Like you said,
there was no line going on. No line at TCU. No.
Oh, please.
No line at the Texas Christian University. Oh, but it's a huge difference between PWI homecomings and HBCU homecomings. And
you'll see, and I'm happy that it won't be prayer views, but I'm happy that you'll have opportunity to see going to TSU.
We got White Zinfandel. Y'all got Hennessy.
Oh, absolutely.
We got Merlot.
We gonna be lit.
Y'all got Jack Daniels.
It's litty.
We got what's the little water? We got
Hint water.
We got Hint water. Y'all got Crown Apple.
Absolutely.
It's just a big difference. Y'all
with
got
a splash of cranberry.
Catfish, and we got your fruit trays. So
yeah. One day, maybe I'll allow you to come to Prairie Views.
I'm never coming to PV's home. Ever.
One day.
Never.
I mean, you might get a good taste of TSU. I mean, because you act like you don't like to do like black things. We go to the spot and we do,
no, listen.
We go to 5015 and you went to Eisenhower High School, so it's not like you aren't
Big Ike
familiar with the culture.
Yeah, in high school. Now then I went to colleges, broadened my horizons.
But productive people come from. I mean, both of your uncles are super productive.
I didn't say anything about. No, listen.
But you can have a good time.
And then y'all be out there all day. That's the other thing too.
All day.
TCU homecoming people got there at 3. The game was at 7, 8. We go home. Y'all be out there lying from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. 12 hours of full shift of live.
Hey,
bullshit.
Well, we gonna have us a good time though. One day you might be blessed enough to come to Prairie View A&M University, and I think you honestly will have a good time. I really think you would. But get a little taste of TSU's. It's a little bit different because they're open, like a commuter campus.
What's the difference if it's the same? It won't be the same?
No, it won't be the same because a lot of people, like for Prairie View, obviously all the alumni goes back, but like even just during the school year when we were in college, since we were not a commuter school, most people would just stay. Now, we are very close to Houston and very close to Dallas, so a lot of people went home, but majority of the time people just stayed. At TSU, you live in Houston, so a lot of times you don't stay on campus. You just go home and then come back the next day.
But at the HBCU homecoming, like, why y'all out there so long all day like that?
And because you're having a good time, it's a party, it's a family reunion. Why are you at the family reunion all day?
I'll be ready to go home, but...
you might be ready to go home, but you don't. You might think you're about to leave, and then you're going to see another family member's going to come. They're going to bring a little peach cobbler, so now you got to stay a little bit long, eat another plate, go talk to some more family. I mean, that's just really how it goes. But again, you'll get a little taste of it at TSU's.
Y'all have a good time, man.
We will. My service is going to be terrible, so I won't be able to talk to you.
Well, perfect, because I don't hear all that bullshit anymore.
So I'm excited. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Most Prairie View, and I will say all Prairie View alumni, that's all I've been seeing on Instagram. It's everybody just super excited about it. And most people that don't go to Prairie View, the people from TSU and U of H, are upset that they decide to do all homecomings on the same day, because most of the time they come to our homecoming.
To do what? They ain't go there.
To have a good time. They know most of the people that go that went there. We all know each other. I mean, I don't think I would ever go to a TSU or U of H homecoming, because what purpose? But I'm telling you, it's Prairie View. We have the homecoming. It's like the homecoming.
Why though? Because of what makes y'all's homecoming so special?
The people, us.
Okay.
Oh my God, he's such a hater, dude.
I'm just curious. I'm just curious. What makes y'all so special?
You're married to a Prairie View graduate. You can tell me what makes it so special.
I meant the homecoming, not the people.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Anyway.
And moving forward.
Yeah, so spent some time last weekend in Fort Worth, and also went to my girl Tiffany Jackson's funeral in Dallas. Rest in peace, Tiffany. The legend, women's basketball player at the University of Texas, and she was a professional player for a long time, WNBA, played in Israel, Duncanville High School graduate. Good service.
Yeah.
Her college coaches spoke, and the pastor spoke. Very good service.
And she passed from
breast cancer.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep, passed for breast cancer. Had a son. So her friends and family came and they had on T-shirts. It was a very good service. A lot of people came out.
Yeah.
For a homegoing service.
Right.
Hung out. Then we shot to Austin.
Oh, right.
I'm sorry, we didn't shoot to Austin. Shot to Emory.
I'm about to say I was in Vegas and then I flew there. But let me just pause right there while we're talking about Tiffany and just put a little blurb in there. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So I just want to encourage everybody. You don't have to wait till you're 40. And ladies, get your mammograms. Even gentlemen, it's something that's really kind of wreaking havoc, not even just in the African-American community, but just across the board. So I just wanted to encourage everybody to make sure you're getting your
screenings.
Yeah, your screenings and your mammograms. And actually, I'll be 40 next year, and I actually will have my first mammogram. So it's I just want to just pin that real quick.
No, for sure, man. As someone who, lost a lot of family members, including my dad, to cancer, it's very important to get your screenings.
Right.
Especially women.
Yeah.
So prevalent, especially with African-American women.
And prostate cancer, I heard in men, is really
It is.
Yeah, so.
Spiking a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But was in Dallas last weekend and went to Uncle Ray's 25th pastoral anniversary.
Yeah, shout out to Uncle Ray.
Big shout out, congratulations to him. Got to hang out with the family a little bit in Dallas. And so again, for people who didn't watch the first episode, Brandi and I grew up totally different. I grew up, my family, everyone was married.
On both sides.
On both sides, husband, wives, kids. From the time I was a little kid until at least I was in college for sure. Yeah. Everybody was with their same wife. Literally all of my aunts and uncles. And so I grew up seeing husband and wife, kids. I didn't see the strong black woman. Yes, my aunts are strong black women, but they had husbands. They would depend, they depend on their husbands and vice versa. But Brand, I was with her family this past weekend, and she's in the family of all independent,
strong black women.
Independent.
Hey.
Oh, yeah. Strong independent women. Shout out to Boosie. It's funny. Boosie's funny.
He is very funny. I want him to get a podcast.
Boosie?
Yes.
Oh, he for sure needs a podcast.
Yeah, he needs one for sure.
Did you see what he said about Instagram?
No.
I ain't show you that clip. I gotta show you the clip.
What it say?
Pretty. Just saying how Instagram messed up marriages.
Oh.
He was saying how
has he ever even been married? How he know Instagram messed up marriages?
He was saying before social media, all your woman saw was dudes at work, came home, saw you, that's it. He said now on Instagram, he's 30,000 men she could look at. He said not only that, now she could look at all the stuff other women getting. So he said all the time you put in broke, not spending no money, now she looking at all the women getting stuff and you out of there. Then he said, for men, made you a hoe. You made you a hoe. You a hoe too. He said, before you went to work, so
your work wife.
Side women at work. So you side women across the town, came home, saw your girl. He said, now, on Instagram, it's 1,000 girls. It's 1,000 girls look better than your girl. He said, you look at the girls on Instagram.
And then look at her
look at your girl.
What the hell?
Look back at the girl. So he was just saying how Instagram changed, but anyway,
back to the lecture again.
Yeah, we got off a little with the independent. So Brandi's aunts and her mom, they are.
Well, let me just put this out. They all have been married.
They know. Yes, yeah. I was gonna say that.
Oh, okay.
They all were married. They were divorced. They are divorced currently, but they are very strong, independent, go getter. Don't need a man, but don't need a man. Can live without a man. Women. And have been for years. They've been working and providing for themselves and their families and their kids for years.
For years.
And so that's all Brandi saw.
It is a lot of what I saw, yes.
Mostly what you saw.
Yeah.
90%. That's fair?
Okay.
No, is it?
We'll say 80.
80%.
Okay.
So Brandi has taken a long time to what's the word I want to use?
Please choose your words wisely because I'm ready to.
What you gonna do? You gonna cut me?
I will. It's taking me a long time to what?
To say you depend on me. As far as like being, and she still hasn't fully grasped like as far as just being able to let go and be like, oh, I have to work, because she is transitioning into leaving retail, not working anymore. But it's taken her a long time because
years.
She saw her mother and her aunts,
and again, you heard they were like, oh, you're gonna leave retail, which they're all fine with, but what did they say next?
What else? What's your backup?
What you doing next?
What you gonna do next?
Because again, growing up as majority of the time or majority of your life being a single woman raising kids, multiple kids, they have to make sure that they are getting it in any kind of way, because who else is gonna give it to him? So when my aunt said that to Marcus, what did you tell her?
She has a husband.
She has a husband, and they were like,
but it's even now, like you see, like very.
I blushed a little bit.
Independent women who were raised by independent, strong women who
right.
There was no dad, there was no husband, so all they know is work and how to get it.
Right. And so, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that, but no. I feel like, for women who are married and they do have a husband, and Marcus has actually wanted me to transition away from working, not necessarily working, but the type of job that I work with, the schedule, because it really doesn't align with his schedule, and it's not really a good schedule with the kids, because I have to miss out on a lot of things, because we all know in retail, before COVID, I would literally be there some days 11 to 9 p.m., not getting home to 9:45. So I guess COVID came and our hours changed a little bit. Shout out to COVID for that. It's unfortunate, but I appreciate the shift in the hours. But I still miss out on a lot, and it's just kind of taxing on my body. Those of you who know me, I think, who I've only been in retail for pretty much 25 years now, 20 years. So that's really all I know. So I'm a little nervous. I am. And I have to lean on God and just listen a little bit more about trusting you and knowing that you got us.
And for me, it's a thing where it doesn't seem like it's such a hard thing to do, but I'm not in it.
And I think the more so for me, again, it was a huge thing. And I told Marcus, going into this year, I really thought about it, like, okay, I'll transition out of working a retail job, just kind of being at home, only if we pay off all my debt, except student loans.
I ain't never seen no money in student loans.
Marcus doesn't have another thing. Marcus doesn't have any student loans because he was able to go to college on a scholarship. Unfortunately, I didn't have that luxury. So I have tons of student loans, and I have 2 degrees. I have a bachelor's and a master's degree. So that's a lot of school and a lot of student loans.
That's another thing too. Then even when
that's a topic for another day.
Yeah,
let's just stay on track.
Overpayment.
Oh God, an overpayment check.
There's no such.
Hey.
That money wasn't even y'all's. It's a loan for school.
It was an overpayment check to go shopping at the outlet at Guess at Katie Mills Mall. Sorry. It is what it is. That is what we did. It wasn't necessarily the right thing to do. That's why we're going to raise our kids.
That was a loan for y'all school. Y'all taking to go buy Baby Phat.
I don't think Baby Phat was in style by the time we were in college, but we for sure.
That loan was for economics.
Hey.
Y'all taking that money to go buy Juicy Couture.
We were definitely over at Katie Mills Mall shopping it on up.
With the student loan money.
With the overpayment check.
Which is a loan from the government for y'all education. Y'all at Katie Mills Mall.
I mean, we did buy a few books with it.
No, y'all owe $200,000 for some Juicy Couture.
Not quite $200,000, but anyway. But again, I shop a lot. And Marcus half the time has no clue what I buy, how much it costs.
Why do women do that? Y'all just be sneaking them packages in the house like that. And then you'll say, hey, we been had this.
But a lot of times.
No, a lot of times you buy something just to have.
Just to have.
But also times you be like, I been had this. You bought that last week. Lying.
I mean, sometimes, but a lot of the things I have in my closet I just had. Look, I gave Riley and Logan 2 jackets. Popped the tags off both. Literally hadn't worn them yet. Bought them 2 years ago. But they had Go Western Day yesterday. What'd you say?
You're very pretty, by the way.
Thank you, honey.
Okay, sorry.
They had Go Western Day yesterday, so I was like, oh, perfect. I got the perfect little. So I needed that in my closet. So you know how I am. If I see something, if it's on sale, if it's an extra 10% off, an extra 15%, I'm buying it.
That's another thing too.
I don't
Just
care.
Because it's on sale
That means you buy it.
Or a good deal doesn't mean you have to buy it, honey.
Yes, that's exactly. So again, y'all, we'll come back probably in January, February, and then we'll probably be arguing about this because now I have to get an allowance so I can have a little extra spending money.
Just because it's a sale, you don't have to buy it, or it's a good deal. That's how they get you.
Not for everything, but for some things, yes. So how are we gonna do this?
How are we gonna do what?
When I need my allowance to buy my frivolous things that you don't know about?
That's a good question.
Exactly.
You gotta pray about it.
So we're gonna have some problems.
You gotta pray.
Oh God. Anybody hiring? Let me know. Holla at your girl. I am Brandi. I am _Brandi on Instagram. Send me a DM. Let me know if anybody's hiring.
Please. No, I'm just joking.
For a remote position only.
No, but so Brandi saw independent women getting on their own, taking care of their kids. And so I'm sure like a lot of women were raised like that. And so what happens when you get in a relationship and you're with a man who sometimes men, we feel as though we need our women, our spouse, our girlfriend to depend on us as a part of the whole provider, protector thing. But when she's an independent woman and this working woman, like she's used to doing things on her own and seeing her mom or aunts get on their own, doing things on their own, it sometimes makes it difficult in a relationship to kind of lean on somebody else or depend on somebody else, which in turn makes it difficult on the man because like, dang, you don't even want to depend on me. You can't even let me lead. You don't even want to be, what's the word?
Has that been a struggle for you?
It hadn't really been a struggle for me because I guess I'm learning you have to like let people be like.
Well, in the beginning, was it a struggle for you?
No, because in the beginning I knew that
you always known this about me.
Yeah, like you want, like you. I mean, not that you like to work, but I mean, you're just a worker. That's all you really know. And like you're not very comfortable without having like a plan or what's next. And you need stuff in black and white. So for you, the 9 to 5 is very boop 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 boop. It's very, you got schedules every day. I go here, I go there. Every 2 weeks, I'm gonna get paid. Me, I'm an entrepreneur.
Right.
I think differently about a lot of things, especially money and schedule and this and that. So for you, it worked for you, but it didn't always work for us, I would say. So like I would have feelings of I don't know, use the word resentment, because when the kids were very small, again, you went to any of my basketball events, I had 3 small kids with me.
Right.
A lot of times at the front or hanging on, or like they were just there because you were at work on the weekends. And so, other people in my industry, they had the luxury of just being at the gym and just worrying about the event or just worrying about the job.
And not that their wives didn't work, but they had more traditional jobs with a traditional schedule.
Correct.
And it's taken me some time because I've always had a non-traditional schedule, always.
Right.
So it's just taken a little bit of time for me to get there. But oh Lord, I'm there now. And I am so excited and looking forward to this being at home for a bit and hopefully, I will, going into a different, like something even like just something totally different that's brand new to me.
Everybody says you're a star in this. I think you could really be a star.
I know, honey.
You could really be a star in media, content-driven stuff.
I know. I should have been a little bit more serious since my major is communications. I should have been doing this.
Again, so not only did you waste them people money buying Juicy Couture and all that bullshit at the mall with them loans, you ain't even the field you're supposed to be in communications.
But I have to look at it as like, okay, I communicate with people every single day.
That's true, I guess.
So it's different, obviously. It's not mass communications. It is a little bit different, but you know.
Well, that's fair.
You know.
Yeah, so again, no, it wasn't a struggle for me. It was hard at times because I'm gonna use the word struggle. It was frustrating a little bit, but I just, me, I'm adapt.
Right.
Bring the kids with me, and ironically, I got extremely close to the kids and spent so much time with them, and we really bonded. And now those are my little
road dogs.
My little road dog. So
and they're obsessed.
It was I guess it was a gift and a curse for me. I got a chance to spend that much time with my kids because you were at work on the weekend. So it was just.
And it was a curse for me because the only time I was really able to spend like enough quality time or consistent quality time was when COVID happened,
right.
when we were forced to just be at home and not go to work. So that was the first time since any of them have been born that I was able to like get to know them get to know me, you know, like in that, because I've never got to spend a whole lot of time with them, a few hours, you know, every day. But that's really it.
Yeah. And, you know, anytime the kids outnumber the parents, sometimes it get tough. So, I mean, for me, it was hard trying to juggle all of them and still do my job. And people take me serious, got the kids at work.
Right. And that's when you were really trying to, like, figure it out. That was before you that was definitely before OTR.
Yeah, no, I was all out events and trying to figure it out, changing diapers and got the wipes, the baby bag. And
none of them kids was in no diapers.
They were. Yes, they were, for sure.
Who?
Jackson, Sloan, and Logan.
Logan was not. Babe, Logan been, you know, she was potty trained super early. Honey. She wasn't in no diapers.
She was like a year and a half, maybe. Not even.
She was out of diapers. Shout out to Happy Angels.
Daycare. But yeah, but again, I mean,
she could almost read and write at 6 months. Like, come on, she was for sure out of diapers.
Well, I had 3 toddlers.
Yeah.
For sure at the gym. Had people watching my babies while I'm trying to fucking work and do the schedule and do my job.
Well, now that you have ascended to a higher place and will only go higher from here. So now you will have my assistance with the kids and with your business, which I know you're looking so forward to.
No, you are. No, you come with me pretty well in that aspect. I'm all over the place. I got so many thoughts. I'm not black and white. You are a drill sergeant. You are very black and white. You're very meticulous. You're very into the details. I'm a big picture person. So we work.
Right.
So now the thing about me is I don't like people micromanaging me. I don't like constructive criticism. Ooh. I don't even like people telling me anything, really, to be honest.
Y'all pray for me, because this is. Have y'all ever met anybody who does not like to be micromanaged? They don't like constructive criticism. They don't like anybody to tell them anything. I can't even tell him, like, he has a little booger in his nose. He feels some type of way. You know what I mean? Like, he gets all, like, freaked out. Like, anything remotely, not negative, but if it's not a praise or something positive, he just feels some type of way. It's just weird.
And you ask me a lot of questions.
I do ask a lot of questions.
I am working on that.
Because I'm inquisitive.
I'm working on that. You know, sometimes like you the boss, like you don't ask the boss like a lot of questions. You don't ask the man a lot of questions, but that's a little caveman.
I ask my boss tons of questions.
The boss, not Joe. But I don't want to be like caveman because, you know, I'm past that now. But let's just like, you know, like, why you asking the man so many questions? But that's very like old school train of thought.
And that's the train of thought that you have, which is, I hope y'all can feel that sigh. Like, I hope y'all can feel that in my soul.
Ask me all them damn questions.
But I ask you very relevant questions. And then this is my thing. If you, like we talked about the other day, if you are more forthcoming, I don't have to ask you questions.
Yeah, but as a boss, even as a man, sometimes I'm thinking like, not that you don't need to know everything, which is not the right stance to take. We are partners. I should be able to share things with you. But sometimes, I'm saying me, most men, like, it's like, yo, I got to tell you every little, like, you don't even know every little thing. I got it. But what I've learned is that if you're really your partner, if like y'all are really like intertwined, if she really got your back, it's stuff you might miss.
Right.
And again,
which is you all
me being
the
a
time.
Big picture, I'll miss some little detail stuff. Whereas when I do tell her, she'll have my back and be like, hey, babe, you forgot about this, or don't do this. Don't do that.
Make sure you do that.
Yeah. As opposed to me not telling her, and then stuff happens. She be like, babe, how you let that happen? And I get frustrated. Why you questioning me? Why you doing all this? Why you, as opposed to telling her up front, it might have been gone a little differently. But I am working on that.
But maybe is it the way that I pose the questions? Because I don't know, you don't think that I run you. I hope you don't think that.
No, yeah, and maybe so. But you have gotten better at how you say things to me. That's very important. Like we have a saying called KYP, you know your personnel. It's very important that you know like your partner, your spouse, and you have learned how to say things to me
to get the reaction that I want out of you,
and to get
for you not to feel some type of way.
Yeah, and for me to where I receive it the best.
Right, which is the most important thing. Is what's the point of telling somebody something or saying something to somebody if they're not going to receive it?
Correct.
So,
so
you have to kind of
learned
it.
At first, learn.
Yeah. Because maybe I used to talk at you maybe more so back in the day. And again, it's maybe a part of going back to me just kind of being like independent, just strong, having to figure it out. I mean, my mama has always had my back. Rosalind, shout out to my girl.
But women like that, like you guys, like when you get with men, like you do like kind of talk at them. And it sometimes like a little bit, again, you can't, I mean, maybe it's an ego thing, but it's like you have to learn how to talk to your partner where they can.
Both ways, though.
Both ways.
Yeah.
No, we mention this a lot. We're in a relationship for each other. Mm-hmm. I think when we first started, like, we did things that we liked.
Right.
Oh, I like this, so I'll do this for her.
Right.
She likes that, she'll do, for me. Whereas we took the whole love language test, which is very important.
For sure.
And we learn our, each other's love languages. And I mean, people might think that's corny, but like it's very important.
And then it's, again, but going with that, because my love language is totally not what yours is. Your words of affirmation and physical touch. Mm-hmm. And mine is quality time. I think it was just quality time.
Acts of service.
Oh, excuse me. Acts of service is number one.
Look at me knowing.
I'm
a husband.
You a husband. You my husband.
Look at me knowing.
Acts of service and then quality time. Mm-hmm. So for me, because I don't need the words of affirmation and, because I can kind of hype myself up a little bit if I need to, where for you, like you need the words of affirmation. I'm always like, well, you're great. Like, why aren't you telling yourself this?
That's my mother.
Oh, Lord, Deborah.
She did. I mean, she just, anytime I did well, she gave me accolades. And even, again, she was a good mix of good cop and bad cop. Right. If I did something, she'd be like, this was great, but you could have done this better. So she built me up and then gave me what I needed, which is probably why I still struggle with constructive criticism, because when it's constructive, you necessarily don't give the person praise first. You just give it to them straight. Hey, you messed up on this.
Well, and that's how my mama is.
And I'm like, hey, yo, well, what about the good things I did?
She'll tell you, like, not the bad first, but she'll be like, okay, well, you could have done better. You could have made a B or A in that. And then like, but good job on blah, 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 blah. So it was switched.
Yeah, my mom's opposite. She was like, oh, Mark, you made an 88. It's so good work. She was like, next time, let's try to get 90. So it made me feel good. Like, you know what? Try to get a 90.
Yeah, but I always wanted to ask you, I have asked you before I posed the question, like, why can't you give your, like, I think only in recent years, honestly, have you been able to like really like hype yourself up. But I used to give you, oh God, y'all, I used to give him all these words of affirmation. Oh my God, you're so this, you're so awesome. Blah. Not that he's not those things, because he still is, but I definitely don't tell him as much as I should. But
sure don't.
You are an awesome husband. I love you so much.
No, but again, because she did that for my formative years, it kind of like, even as a basketball player, like I had coaches, it was a struggle sometimes when they would correct me and like be in the film room and, hey, Sloan, you didn't do this, and I'm gritting my teeth like, yeah, motherfucker, but what about the play I just made? You ain't say nothing about that.
Right.
As opposed to just taking the coaching and taking the constructive criticism. So I have tried to work on that with her, because she does know me she knows me better than I know myself. And so she knows when I'm at fault. She knows how I can be better. And so just me trying to take my ego out of it, take my feelings out of it, and just listen.
Right, because in a marriage, it can't be ego in a marriage.
It cannot. And I do struggle with that. Again, just the athlete in me, not to have the ego, it's the man in me, not to, be egotistical, but it's difficult. And I'm trying to learn, but you're right, in a marriage, it's a partnership.
Right.
And it's one of those things where we have to complement each other. And like I mentioned earlier with the, living for your spouse, she knows what I need. And it's me being receptive to, like, basically taking her coaching and taking, hey, I'm here to help you, as opposed to we're fighting and going,
right,
not getting along because I can't take the criticism.
Yeah. And I'm opposite. Like, I always tell him and everybody, like, you can tell me anything. Like, words don't necessarily move me. Or they don't get me upset. Child, you can call me everything but a child of God. It's not going to really like get me too hyped up or too angry. Now, don't talk about you. Don't talk about the kids. Those are the things that will, that Nook, if you buck, will come out. However, you can say anything about me, but Marcus is so good, because even if there is something that he doesn't like or something negative, he rarely says it. I don't know if that's good or bad, actually.
I'm not a complainer. I mean, it's just against how I grew up. It's like you make the next play. It's so many days in our lives. There's so many things. I could complain about something, not in a negative way, but I can say something about everything. Something. Nothing's going to be 100% every time. But
for sure in present years, I've gotten so much better.
Oh, yeah, no, you've gotten better. The one thing, you're a typical woman, you don't like to apologize. Or like, women don't feel like they do many things wrong. So they have a hard time apologizing, as opposed to just being like, hey, I was wrong on this. You were right.
Oh, really? And so you're telling me that is something that you have an easy time doing?
I don't admit when I'm wrong.
You do, Gerard?
I don't say, hey, I messed up. It's my fault. I was wrong on that. I'll definitely do it more than you.
No, I don't. You just act like you just so lost. I don't understand. Because if it's, this is him. If it's something that has not affected him or if he hasn't gone through it, he just has no concept of.
Yeah. No, I do struggle with that. What's it called, like empathy? Is that it? I don't empathize with people.
No, because it's like, well, I don't understand, or I never went through that, or I never experienced that. And it's just like, well, just because you never went through it, you never experienced it, that doesn't mean anything. But yeah, you don't. Like, you just.
But I do apologize. I do. When I make a mistake, hey, I messed up.
First of all, you never think you're wrong. You just sat there and said you never think you're wrong.
No, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about women.
No, you said that. No, you said that about you. Like, you have a hard time. Did I make that up? You know, I'm making up stuff.
We just got it on air. This woman right here just did it. And then we're going to just record it. It's perfect.
No, because we need to run the tape back.
No, don't worry. We're going to run the tape back. I just sat there and said that she thinks.
No. I'm talking about before, when we were talking, how you said that you don't like constructive criticism. And most people who don't like constructive criticism think that they never do anything wrong.
No, I never ever said that. You just made that up. And you do that a lot with the kids, with me. And we got it on tape, and I'm excited.
No, we need to run it back.
Ain't no running it back.
You said something similar.
I didn't say anything about me not being wrong. What I said was that, yes, okay, I'm watching film, and he said I did this wrong, but what about the two other plays I did right? That's what I said.
Okay, well, whatever.
I just made that up. Damn, so hallelujah. It's so perfect. Got it on camera and tape, audio and video.
Whatever.
Listen, we'll be in an argument and she'll say something. One thing, I got a terrible memory, so I'm trying to work on it to get better.
And I have a very stellar memory.
So she'll say something. You said this. I'll be like, I didn't say that, but she just made it up.
Well, that's what I heard. Okay.
We've had so many arguments about that. My God.
Well, I'm happy that we've come to the days where we have way less arguments. It's definitely it's calming.
Yeah, peace.
And that's just fuck you, babe.
You got peace.
I needed peace for a while. I didn't have peace, and I was up sleepless nights.
Trying to blame
it may have been the birth control, though. It was the hormones.
This lady tried to say it was a dark cloud over the house. Whole time it's the birth control.
Oh, man.
Blame me. You have me really feeling bad. Like, dang, what's going on? It's the birth control.
As soon as I got off, I was happy-go-lucky.
I mean,
I didn't know. I didn't know. I knew that could be one of the side effects, but y'all, it's the birth control. I don't know. That's another story too, about birth control and how it has caused, like, how it has affected so many women. From women who were on birth control early on, they're not able to have kids. You know? Wow. Yeah, a lot of people that I know who took birth control like early on, like 13, 14, 15, and a lot, not for just for sex, but to regulate your cycle and things like that. Yeah, they're having a hard time conceiving.
It's tough.
Yeah. But
yeah, I'm glad we.
And not that I'm on birth control, y'all, so trying to prevent us from having any more kids, because that is done. But
factory closed.
Yeah, I just was sick of that cycle.
It's over.
Yeah, it is over. We do have a cute little god baby. So
we do.
That's our little baby. But yeah, no more kids. I don't even want a dog. I barely. I can't handle it. Too much.
The kids outnumber the parents.
They do, and it's too many clothes. It's too many mismatched socks. It's too many. It's just too much. It's a lot.
We done better with that too. Stuff around the house.
Well, yeah, that's because we do it together, which is a big deal for me. This caveman Marcus wanted me to be up at 6 a.m. in the morning to cook and clean and never smell like onion rings, and I just couldn't do it. Like, I need help. And he didn't understand. And it took him a while to get that, but now we're on the same page. And
help.
Yeah, he actually folded 2 baskets of laundry yesterday, so I owe him a little treat.
I ain't gonna talk about that.
Oh, man.
That's another thing, too, about working so much also, too. So quality of life.
I know. And I have a good... It looks like it anyway, because, we're always going somewhere. I'm always doing something. We're always out. We have a good time, but I'm always so tired. So I go to sleep. I get off at 7, probably get home about 7:30. I'm going to go to the restroom, just have a little quiet moment for about 15 minutes, then come out.
That. I ain't even understand that. That used to really frustrate me. I'm like, yo, you come home from work, now you time to be with the family, and you're going to take you a 15 in the restroom.
Because I have worked all day talking to people all day long for 8 hours. All I do is talk to people. So I just need a moment just to kind of gather myself, just get my thoughts right, because I don't want to come out with an attitude and spaz off, just like go off on everybody. Sorry for using the word spaz. Have to be very.
What's wrong with spaz?
It's like an inappropriate word. It's like a slur to like people who are like in a wheelchair and stuff.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, so I apologize. So yeah, I just don't want to go off on my family. They haven't even done nothing, but I already don't like noise. So I just need to kind of decompress. Then I can come out and try to be my best self.
I had to learn that too. Again, man, just being with somebody, you really almost have to like throw away half the things you learn, how you grew up. Because
just like I said last time, it's not. I want us, like I want our marriage to work for us, not what you saw. Definitely not, what I saw, but what works best for us.
It's hard to unlearn that sometimes.
Yeah, it is, and it takes time. And even for myself, I was not a morning person. I'm still not. I'm still not, but I at least try to get up about 7:30 and not have an attitude. I'm 9 to 9.
That's crazy. You're an adult.
Oh, hush. Just because you like being up at 4 a.m., like you wake up at 4 a.m. and then you don't go to sleep until 10, 11. Like, I don't, that's why your eyes beady now, because you're not getting enough rest.
No, because I'm an adult. And
what does being an adult have to do anything, honey?
Not waking up at 9 a.m. It's a kid schedule. But again.
I wake up before 9 a.m.
But again, I'm learning to let you be your best self. You're your best self. You're your best
self.
For me.
Yes, but I get up before 9.
The family,
it's a struggle, but I do. I'm not a morning person. I'm not a night person, but I do. I'm up, and I've done a lot better. A lot better. No? Okay.
Well, no, you have done it better. I ain't gonna do you like that. No, you have done better.
Thank you, honey. That's my new thing. Okay, honey. Thank you, honey. That's all I say.
Wow. Patronizing me.
Okay, honey.
You're just patronizing me.
Mm-hmm. What else we got? What else we got on the docket for today, honey? What, babe? Why are you looking at me like that?
You're beautiful. Hey, make sure y'all compliment your wives and your girlfriends. That's important.
Wife.
I mean, like wives, as far as like.
already got called out on that by Josh John.
I meant wives. Wives is in plural, not as in plural like multiple wives, but.
Wife.
Your wife, your girlfriend, your significant other.
Yes, Marcus is very wordy. Very, very wordy. And I used to just be like, oh my God. Oh, that's so sweet.
Now you don't even care about my words.
I care about your actions.
That's very important.
Because actions speak louder than words. But I like when you call me beautiful. But, I don't like sharing nicknames because you call me both the girls.
Y'all all beautiful.
Well, we are, but I like to have my own little nickname.
I appreciate your growth even with the kids too. Blended families, not easy. Again, something I had no concept. I think it's their kids. Everybody love kids.
Right.
But I'm learning it's different.
And not that I don't love the kids, but I did grow up as an only child, and I'd never really been around a lot of kids growing up. And so it was, something that I had to kind of get used to. I was just thrown in, and I didn't have the tools. I don't think I needed. But from the way you love them and the way that you handle them, it's definitely been an inspiration. I always say how much of an inspiration you are to me. Oh, my goodness.
Boy, the inspiration.
So, yeah. All they do is fuss, though.
And I hope people comment on this.
Y'all, let me know. Because, again, I grew up as an only child.
Listen, I want y'all to please tell her. Kids, they fuss, they fight, They argue. They talk shit about each other. They pick on each other.
Where's the love?
They hit each other all the time growing up. As an only child, I know you never saw, you don't understand it, but it happens. This lady literally, we could all be in a car. They arguing, they picking each other. She'll be quiet just so she can hear and be like, don't say that. Like to every single infraction, she go, don't say that. Don't do this. I'm like, yo, listen, you're going to tire yourself out.
Well, I haven't gotten tired yet. So
I mean, every little, I'm like, yo, sometimes you gotta just let the kids just go.
But I just want them to be nice and loving and just love each other so much because, again, I wish that I grew up with a sibling. I do have a sister. I do have 2 brothers on my biological dad's side, and I have a sister on my biological mom's side. And I wish that I grew up with them because I'm the oldest, and I would love to be like, I love my siblings so. Not that I don't love them, of course, but just growing up with them because I didn't have that. But again, maybe I have like a different view of it because I didn't have it. And I have several friends who have siblings, and all they did was beat their siblings up and talk shit about them.
Yeah, it's normal, but so when y'all see when this comes out, make sure y'all comment in the comments on YouTube.
And give me some tips on how to make them be nice to each other. Or I just need to just let it be.
Not let it be, but their kids are going to fight and argue for sure.
Kids so ruthless these days.
They are very ruthless.
Ruthless.
They're savages. Our kids are savages. So, but you have gotten better with them. It's not easy with the whole blended family because you got one house, a certain set of rules. The other house got a certain set of rules. You got to try to meet in the middle.
Right.
But you have done a really good job. It's not easy, at times, and so I appreciate you for that.
Love you, honey.
Doing a good job. I'm excited about what's next. Birthday coming up. Got a big trip.
Turn up. Big photo.
40 years old. Man, it's funny because I when I was 20, 25, you can't see 40.
Right.
Damn, nigga, 40 years old. You're old.
Oh.
But now, I feel like I'm 27.
You look 26. Like it too, babe.
I do. Y'all see my beard growing in finally.
It's gray, but we'll take it. You said you're going to have Rock put some Beijing on it.
The Beijing in my beard. I am right on this side losing my hair a little bit, and I'm a little bit nervous about that. I think I was in denial for like a month. Like, nah, he just cut it kind of.
And who told you?
You told me, of course. And so it's like a little piece right here. I just hope I can hold on because my old man lost his hair way before 40. But my waves, I'm afraid. So.
But you still gonna be sexy.
I hope so.
Yeah, to me anyway. That's all that matters.
I hope so. I can't lose my hair and I got gray in my beard.
But I feel like if you had no hair but you had the full beard, because it's taken maybe like 14 years.
Yo, she said my shit at least look like Anthony Hamilton.
Y'all, patchwork.
She would never let me keep my beard.
But now I actually like it.
Another thing too, I always want to get a beard. My wife didn't like it.
Because it was patchy.
So I had to cut it for her because I'm in a relationship for her. But now.
Yeah, but I appreciate it now.
Did this for me.
But you have to maintain it. So he got some little balm, some little
Don't tell
beard
everybody
balm.
my secret now.
Oh, be quiet. Because I was like, I'm going to put a little spritz on it or something because we have to get it like kind of brush it and smooth it down. But now you look handsome.
Thank you, honey. Appreciate you. Big trip coming up. Excited. 40th birthday. The next time you're on, we will.
It'll have passed.
It'll have passed.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Tommy Mason Griffin, man. You got a lot of love. A lot of love, positive feedback from TMG. The last episode we had. We got some big guests coming up. Got that Milby State Championship team from 2004. They went undefeated.
Oh, cool. That's Chris now?
Yep. Jawan McClellan, Chris Jordan, Larry Posey. Those guys. We got TJ Ford, Ronnie Price, 2 NBA guys coming up. So we got a couple. We got Nick Wise.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I might throw in.
Is his daddy gonna come?
No, not Coach Wise. Shout out to Coach Wise. He ain't coming. But yeah, so we got some big guests playing. Sloan Colfax. We'll keep improving, man. Y'all make sure y'all follow and like Sloan Colfax podcast on YouTube, all the social media.
And check out our Instagram from this weekend. TSU PV homecoming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hey, get excited about that.
I'm excited. Sloan Colfax, my beautiful wife, co-host Brandi Sloan, episode 10. Thank y'all for watching, listening as usual. Keep the movement going. Appreciate all the love. Thank you. We out of here.
Peace out.